Thank you, listeners, for joining us. We are delighted today to bring our guest in studio to talk about all things veterans. And boy, does she have an inspiring list. Christina Bradford is back, and she wears many hats, Christina, and we appreciate it so much. You're helping families make connections. You're helping veterans to make friends and to expand these opportunities to create more awareness and support. From the Great Basin College Veterans Resource Center. And today, Christina, you're also representing the Elko Veterans Corps, is that right?
Yes, that's the hat I'm wearing today. EVC Elko Veteran Corps, started by one of the gals that I work with in the VRC, Casey Ortiz. She is our Nevada Veterans Department Services representative. I'm always so nervous when I do this.
And by the end of it, you are just great, Christina. We appreciate you doing this so much. Yes. So Casey, we really appreciate the work that Casey does. And I want people to know, listening, Christina, that while you may not enjoy public speaking, the reason that you're so good at it is because you have your own service. You have committed a great part of your life to military service. You have the experience to back up this passion and this dedication that you have. If you wouldn't mind just kind of recapping that so people who are just getting to know you will appreciate that.
So I am a Navy veteran. I have a family of service. Our whole family mostly is Navy and Marine, and it's pretty deeply rooted service. I was in during 9/11. We went overseas. Did what we needed to do. I came back and continued that service as a police officer. So, I mean, service is service. We all just want to help each other and make things better. So, I mean, now that I'm not doing police work and I'm not in active service, this is my next bit of service, is trying to help connect all of the veterans that we have in Northern Nevada, because it is extensive. We have quite a few, and we have so many programs, so many organizations, so many groups that want to do things for our veterans. So I love the fact that I'm overflowing with events just in this month alone to give you today. So hopefully I don't miss any. If I do, I apologize. I'm trying to get as many out as I can. There's a lot.
There's a lot. And we'll do our best to recap what has been accomplished already. It was a busy summer for veterans and their families, Christina alike as well. So the first thing that we'll dive into is the Elks Lodge fundraiser. The Elks Lodge also does a lot of community outreach and in support of those who have served.
That's correct. So the Elks Lodge, they have one big fundraiser a year. This one is put on personally by a gentleman that he does a lot for our community, Danny Alexander. When I say his name, people are like, oh, I love Danny. Danny volunteers for just about everything EVC has, as well as he just started volunteering with Endless Possibilities. So everybody's seen him out promoting dog adoptions, which is great. So he puts on this event. It's folk music. It's delicious food. He's got burritos prepared. He actually does his own beer brewing. Yeah.
Wow.
So he will have his beer, which I understand is top notch. So that'll be available as well. And it is a fundraiser. So we do want to get the word out because they do so many great things. Me personally, when I give, I like to see that my money is going to the cause that I'm thinking it is. So just so everybody knows, the Elks Lodge, anytime we have a veteran in need, they're one of the first people we call. They can help with utility bills for our veterans. They can help property tax. They can help with VA appointments in Salt Lake, with transportation. I know they've given food cards, groceries to veterans and families in need, replace or repair appliances for a veteran in need, short-term housing. You need a couple of nights at a hotel just to get your feet grounded. And a lot of other support in other agencies too. Like I said, Danny is one of the top volunteers. He's always there to help other organizations. He's just a good guy.
And so when and where is the Great Basin Elks Lodge fundraiser?
So this will be at his house. He's got a beautiful place that he opens up to everybody. It's 1163 McClellan Avenue in Spring Creek at South Fork. So it begins at 2 p.m. this September 6th. It is $30 for an adult, $10 for a kiddo. 9 and under are free. Again, it's food, it's drinks, it's music. Any questions, of course, feel free to reach out to me. Or if you don't already follow the Elks Lodge on Facebook, they are on Facebook as well. It's Lodge 1472.
Very nice, Christina. And what a great way to celebrate sort of the end of summer and transitioning into fall with this beautiful fundraiser for the Elks Lodge. And thanks to everybody who revived our local Elks Lodge. It's going strong, obviously.
Absolutely. And it's funny you say that. They had not been active for quite a chunk of time. And because of Danny and people like Danny, they revived it, I should say. So it's been going strong for several years. And like I said, they are very active in our community, which is awesome.
Good chance to help them raise more money. So speaking of, the parade planning committee is going to meet next Tuesday. And Christina, this is really important. The Veterans Day Parade, we're on the doorstep of the 20th anniversary of this parade.
This is a really big deal. And we always tell our community members, the more involvement we have, the more we can keep this going. It gets better and better with more support. And this is open to everybody. So we do want everybody to come and give their ideas, see how they would like to help or participate, and just be a part of it. Again, we have so many veterans here. A Veterans Day parade that should really be a big deal. And, the more people get involved, the bigger and better it gets.
I don't like to remind people, but I will, because that's why this planning committee is so important. We almost didn't have a parade a couple of years ago for a lack of participation. I think it was just lack of awareness. Now it's time to step up again. There's a good core group once again, Christina, but this planning committee meeting will be Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the County Courthouse Meeting Room, correct?
That's correct, yes. And we hope to see everybody there. Standing room only. That's what we're going for.
Yes, because as one wonderful, beloved veteran in our community said at the near demise of the parade that one year, he said, we shouldn't have to put on our own parade.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's make this good, and let's show them the best parade ever on the 20th anniversary.
That would be amazing. Yes, I love that. Thank you.
Christina Bradford is our guest today, Elko Veteran Corps, and of course we're talking about many, many special events that the community can and should contribute to. And we're also looking at the sales of the Veterans Ball. This is something that's also growing in popularity, and people hopefully are lining up to help sponsor and to help make this event so much fun. It's also in November, is that right?
Yeah, so November 8th, and the people who have been in years past have said it was a phenomenal event. We always have, fund auction prizes. We've got music, we've got dinner, dancing. It is a wonderful night. We've got some very special sponsors and people who have contributed. So I'd like to give a big shout out to the Elko Veterinary Clinic, who sponsored some free tickets for some of our local veterans. So if you don't mind, I'd love to give a shout out to them. Some of them already know that they've won, and that's an awesome thing, but let's do it again. So Dave V, he's a Navy veteran. We have Deanna R, her husband is a Navy veteran, a CB, just like my son. Luke T, he's a Marine. Richard S, another Marine. We've got Preston G, Army veteran. Nick P, Navy veteran. David R, Marine veteran. And Don S, Army veteran, and was a post commander for us in years past for our VFW. So huge congratulations for those folks. They get to bring a +1, so them, their spouse, they get to, have a really nice evening. And most of that was courtesy of the veterinary clinic. So
Thank you.
Very cool. We're still looking for sponsors. The more sponsors we get, the more people we can invite, the more fun we can have, the more we can bring to the table. So be involved in it. Yeah.
Now, Christina, is the Elko Veterans Corps Veterans Ball just for military or who can attend, I guess?
That's an awesome question. Gosh, I'm so glad you're here doing this with me. I would forget everything without you. Yes, so much like EVC itself, it is open to anybody. Just because you weren't a veteran doesn't mean you don't support veterans and you don't believe in the cause. I hear that a lot. People tell me all the time, I didn't get to serve, so I still want to support. I still want to show some type of service. And I love that. I think that's great. So Elko Veteran Corps, not just veterans. So if you do feel that I want to get involved, I want to be a part of something, even though I didn't serve, join the EVC group. They are always looking for volunteers. And then same with this Veterans Ball. It's open to anybody. It's open to anybody. And what's cool about this Veterans Ball too, so if you missed some of what we put together at the Northern Nevada Museum, we're going to have the same displays.
Nice. And we are going to mention that too. Once we plug all these new upcoming events, we're going to kind of revisit and wrap in some of the most successful well, they're all successful, but just the efforts.
It's been awesome.
It has been so awesome, Christina. I just can't thank you enough. And of course, I love sitting across from you. I learned so much, because I have friends who have enlisted, I say children, but sons and daughters. And it would be a lovely way to help show support for them as well, to become a member or to attend the ball.
Absolutely. My two, so I have a Navy CB, like I mentioned, and also a Marine veteran. He's been in now for 1 year and 9 months.
Aww.
We just had a nice visit from both boys, and just hearing their experience was, it brings back memories, and it just makes me so proud.
Oh, Mama, I'm so proud of you and proud. Oh, I'm getting the tissue for both of us. Yes, thank you, Christina. I just can't thank you enough, and your family, really, truly, to have two who are in service right now, especially, but in this wonderful tradition in your family, and you having served as well. So, and of course, being out of the country in service too. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
It was quite a ride.
Yeah, definitely. So Christina Bradford, our guest, as we're talking about, and that's why we feel the way we do about supporting the veterans in our community. The last time we spoke, Christina, I think that your organizations have been able to track at least those who are in some way registered, but there are as many as 3,000. Was that the number?
So the number I have from 22 is 3,100.
Wow.
And that's the ones, like I said, those are the ones we know about. I know there's so much more out there. And for whatever reasons they might have to not reach out, completely understand. But just so they know, this is one of the most amazing, supportive communities for veterans that I've ever seen. I've been around the world. I've been to many places. This one, Elko's something special when it comes to our veterans. And that's, that's a pretty big deal, I think.
It really is, Christina. Thank you. So again, we're talking about opportunities, whether or not you served, maybe your military family, maybe you'd like to kind of drop in and see how you can support your loved one, because that's really what it's about, is support. I know you mentioned, and we'll mention Zero Suicides, but they're a big part of this project. Anything that has to do with healing, lifting up people, building community, that's what our Elko Veteran Corps and the Veterans Resource Center is all about. And if we can do it by including veterans and their families, that's certainly a great start. So we announced the winners. The tickets for the Veterans Ball will go on sale September 15th.
And those are the early bird ones. So you want to get those now because it's a discount.
Ooh.
So little less expensive. So if you get them now, by October 11th, tickets are $65. They're going to go up to $90 after October 11th. So.
And you can wear your is it called dress blues, or you can wear
absolutely.
Uniform? Okay.
So we encourage, nice formal attire, but
Whatever you want to, it's jeans.
We want you to be comfortable. We want you to have a good time. But hey, when do we get to dress up? Really?
I was just thinking, ladies,
this
if
is
you
a
want
great,
to,
yes,
I know.
Let it shine, ladies.
All right,
absolutely.
That sounds good. Get your date and get your tickets and help support with the Elko Veterans Ball. Again, those early bird tickets at a discount go on sale September 15th. We've talked about maybe websites, but I'm sure you can get those from the Elko Veterans Corps.
Absolutely. Okay. So EVC has a website as well as a Facebook page. Feel free to jump on either one of those and reach out to us. We're happy to answer any questions about volunteering, sponsors, donations, getting involved. We got it.
All right. And we've got it as we're talking about all of it, everything we can squeeze in today with Christina Bradford. We so appreciate her. And all eyes are going to be on the sky for Ruby Mountain Balloon Festival, super special event this year in conjunction with our local veterans.
I am so amazed. Again, so EVC is a platinum sponsor for this year's Balloon Festival, and the main reason is because for the first time, we are bringing out the POW MIA balloon. That is huge. We had a wonderful raffle where we had veterans volunteer, and we'll be giving them nice fun balloon rides in the MIA POW balloon. We are still looking for volunteers again, and that's going to be through EVC if anybody wants to be a part of that. We really appreciate it. It's 3 days of just beautiful balloons, fun rides, good times, and then we've got great partners as well. Chip Stone, everybody loves Chip Stone. He's going to be our DJ, and we are showing, appropriately enough, the movie Up.
Great.
Right, on Friday. That'll be around 8:30. So look for Chip Stone's DJ booth. We're going to have a screen set up for the movie Up, one of my favorites. And then, of course, Sippin' Saturday is going to follow up our Saturday's balloon ride. So that'll be at the Ruby Sports Bar from 4 to 7 p.m. Beautiful balloons all day. We're going to let our veterans go up and enjoy some fun rides in the POW MIA balloon. And then movie, drinks. What a weekend. It's going to be so much fun.
Yep, it's going to be great. It's really Elko putting a best foot forward, and it's a wonderful transition into that holiday season. Christina, I do want to mention, for somebody listening, they may not know, and this is kind of sad, but we need to remind people what POWMIA stands for, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. You're absolutely right. So prisoner of war and missing in action. That's what that means. You might see a black flag with a black silhouette of a man's face, and that is the official POWMIA flag. My grandfather was a POW in World War II. He was actually incarcerated for a year in one of the prisoner camps, Stalag Luft II. It means a lot to a lot of people. So it is important to know what those things stand for and what it means to have that balloon here for our very first, showing of it, and to have our veterans be able to ride it. That is a pretty special thing too.
And it's important to note that what Christina just described, while fortunately for many families, those situations have been resolved, whether someone was a POW, as she mentioned her grandfather, but they are still missing in action, and there are still efforts to recover, to make sure that every person who served, who is missing, is returned home. So that is why you're supporting the programs that we're talking about here today. So, on to another topic which brings people joy and helps people understand that there is healing if there are still some things that are making you feel emotional. The EVC's Military Animal Project. This is also new and big.
This is huge. So this is very feel good. So no more tears, right? Very feel good. So we were fortunate to reach out to the Military Animal Project, who has a location in Reno. They've been looking to expand to some of our outer lying areas like Elko. So we had the privilege of taking Mardu Liddick for a tour of Elko. our Endless Possibilities shelter, and some of our other veteran facilities like the VFW and such. And they are happy to partner with us. So their program, what they do, they take shelter dogs and turn them into service dogs. So it's funny, but you mentioned the younger generations. So EVC and Endless Possibilities and now the Military Animal Project are all getting together to try to see if we can create a pilot program for this. We have the Battle-Born Challenge Academy kids that come to Endless Possibilities every Sunday. And some people have seen the posts. It is heartwarming, to say the least, watching these kids work with these shelter dogs. And we're trying to see if any of these dogs would fit certain criteria for service dogs. Now, when I say service dogs, there's a wide array of different types of service, whether it be emotional support, therapy, or mobility dogs to help people get around who can't get around so easily. There's so many options. So we're putting together, and this is very cool too, our very first adoption event in Spring Creek. And that is what the Paws on Parade is all about. So Paws on Parade will be at the Spring Creek Marina Friday, September 26th, starting at 10 a.m. Hopefully we can have the Battle-Born kids come in and show off all the things that they've taught the dogs and then what the dogs have learned. So that's being sponsored by EVC again and Aspen Veterinary Clinic. That's also in Spring Creek. It's basically all Spring Creek. So we're inviting kids, we're inviting families, we're going to have relay races for the kids, and we're going to have a really wonderful, unique restaurant raffle, and we're including only restaurants in Spring Creek. We have a lot more than I think people think. So restaurant raffle for the Spring Creek Paws on Parade Marina event, adoption event. We're going to have food and drinks. Poor Decisions and Iron Pig will be coming out there for that. And then we're going to have some cool stuff for the dogs as well. We've got Mi Compra, the pet accessories, and we've got Yum Yum healthy pet treats and more. They're going to be there as well. It's going to be a very fun family event. We're
Nice.
excited about that.
Oh, definitely. You should be Friday, September 26th at 10 a.m. And that's Paws on Parade at the Spring Creek Marina. We'll help remind people of that very special family fun day. And again, just thinking about the Battle-Born Youth Challenge Academy, the perfect pairing with those adoptable dogs, because dogs are included in everybody. Everybody deserves a second, maybe even a third chance. And so what a great
Absolutely.
opportunity. Yeah.
And of course, I'm going to give a huge shout out to EVC again, because part of their partnership with Endless Possibilities. So if you have a veteran in need of a dog, whether it be a service dog or any other dog, let's get them into Endless Possibilities, and EVC will cover the adoption fees for the dog that they choose.
Oh, nice. I know I saw one online, and I sure hope that beautiful pup got a home, because that was heart-wrenching just to think. I know, Christina. Yeah.
I know.
Yes. So there are lots of loving dogs, animals that are in need of good homes, and just as there are people who are in need of companions. And because Endless Possibilities and, of course, our Elko Veteran Corps is, they are so important to the good health of our community. They've caught the attention of Elko Realtors and will be the benefactors of this year's quarter auction.
We are beyond grateful for that. Oh, I can't.
They raise so much money.
I know. And so
Yeah.
I've just listed off all the things that Endless Possibilities, EVC, there's so many things that they do. And this has been an absolute honor to be this year's beneficiary. And we are very excited about it. And all that money is going right back to those dogs. And all those dogs hopefully are going to go right into really good, loving homes. So I can't think of a better happy ending for
Yes.
for a fundraiser.
Absolutely. The Elko Realtors, and they love a good time, and they are generous to a fault, if you can say that. I mean, they give from their hearts. So the quarter auction date, let's see. I just want to make sure we get the date
That's
in there.
going to be Saturday, September 27th. Doors open at 3. Dinner starts at 6, and bring those quarters.
bring your quarters. It all goes for an amazing cause. And again, this year's is Endless Possibilities, which is an important partner of Elko Veterans Corps. So that brings us to this, and I have lived here for so long, Christina, but I'm hoping that you will tell us all about Torn Warriors, and they're based in Wells.
Right next door. This was an event that my husband has been going to this event for the last 4 years. This is my second year going. But the really awesome thing about this year's, so this last weekend we had our first Team Elko. So what Torn Warriors Initiative is, it is basically sports and outdoors for adaptive veterans. So veterans that have disabilities, amputees, all the way to, maybe some TBI injuries, head trauma, things like that. I mean, you name it, they will make that accommodation. They are a wonderful husband and wife, a Marine husband and wife team out of Wells, and they put this event on every year. It needs to be talked about how special this event was. I had the privilege of inviting some of our Elko veterans to come out, and we had such a great time. And like I said, that was our first Elko team that we were able to bring to Wells. It's right next door,
And it's this event that provides this connectivity, which is so important to healing, because a lot of times we know that veterans may isolate, especially in the months after they've either come home, they've been injured, or simply discharged. Life is so different.
It is very different, and I feel like trying to get back to the things that you love is very important. So they offer, this weekend was specifically for what's called sniper golf, so it's a lot of shooting, a lot of distance shooting. But again, these are adaptive warriors. So we've got vans, we've got side-by-sides, we have transportation for them. We will accommodate them for anything that they need to make sure that they have the best time. This is not their only event, though. They do a lot of off-road events as well. So you can check them out at tornwarriors.com. Again, this is a really wonderful veteran company, organization, group, however you want to call it, and look on their website, see all the things that they do, and see how you can get involved. They're ready to expand. They really need a little bit more attention than what they're getting. And if anybody knows of a veteran who would like to take advantage of this program, again, EVC would like to sponsor you. Let us know. Do you have an adaptive athlete that he doesn't get to do the things that he used to do? She doesn't get to go outside and do the things that she used to do. Let's get them involved in this program. And EVC, that's what we're about. We'd like to sponsor that and let you enjoy and take advantage of some of this opportunity here.
Well, I hope, Casey Ortiz, you're listening, because look at what your little nonprofit is doing. I mean, my goodness, bringing together all these groups, all this recognition, the organizations that care as much as we all do, all in one place, Elko Veterans Corps. You can find more. Oh, please, yes, you go right ahead. I've got a couple more things to roll in anyway. So
I am so sorry, because I just realized we talked about zero suicides and all the things that they do. GBC is going to be hosting their annual Suicide Awareness 5K. That's going to be at GBC on the 13th. That's going to kick off at 8 a.m., but I will be there at 7:30 a.m. providing Black Rifle coffee, because we know that we need to have coffee for these 5K events, of course. So the VRC will be providing coffee for that. Sign up through Zero Suicides. Lynette Vega, I can't say enough for the things that she does. She's phenomenal. And the things that she provides to us, the community, everybody, phenomenal.
And I think that she would love hugs in return, because absolutely. The fact that we have the involvement of the Veterans Resource Center and the Elko Veterans Corps, I'm sure means the world to Lynette Vega. It was her daughter, Rochelle, who was enlisted at the time. She died by suicide. And if only Rochelle had had the resources that we are now evolving because of the love and the awareness. So, Lynette, we love you and cannot thank you enough for having the courage to turn this immense grief into all of this care that we've been talking about today. So, boy, Christina, we're quite the pair today, aren't we? We put a dent in that Kleenex box.
That's correct. We're a bit of a mess today, but you know what?
Okay.
It just means that we care. So I guess that's a good thing, right?
It is a really good thing, and I hope people can understand that. I do have time because we want to mention there are at least three things that happened over the summer. The one was the Northeastern Nevada Museum collaboration, and that's just going to get bigger and better. In fact, you're already looking at 3 months worth of activities.
I am so grateful for what the museum has afforded us. So we tried to cram every little bit that we could into that one tiny day on Saturday, and the feedback we got was, I really wanted to go. I'm sorry I missed it. So you know what? For those people, I'm going to tell you, next year, let's give it 3 months. So the museum has been awesome. They're going to be looking into a dedicated temporary space for us for at least a month or so that we could display our items. We've had a couple more people reach out that they want to be a part of this project. And please, I encourage you, if you want to be a part of this project, let me know. Let's make it happen. Guest speakers will be once a weekend and not 5 in one day. That was really hard. And we had some incredible guest speakers. And I tell you, if I could have given them more than an hour, it would have been my pleasure to do so. So it will be bigger and better next year. We're very excited about that, how much support we got for that.
That's a great collaboration. And then you also had an amazing time at the Cottonwood Ranch. That was a Zero Suicides partnership.
Once again, Lynette Vega, Zero Suicides, as well as George Rollison with the Mayor's Challenge. That collaboration was amazing. So we were able to send some veterans to that as well. And it was skeet shooting, it was archery, it was horseback riding, great food, lodge accommodations. I mean, it was phenomenal. The feedback we got was very positive. So we'll definitely want to keep that rolling because I know the Cottonwood Ranch would like to do some more collaboration too. So success all around.
And then you were part of a local entourage. You got to tour the expanded Elko Veterans Clinic that will be opening soon.
So excited about that too. Can I be excited about so many things at once? I don't know.
You can.
It's so that was wonderful. We toured the facility with the VA representatives from Salt Lake. It is so well appointed. It really thought of everything. Every need that we've wanted to address from our current clinic will be addressed here. It's beautiful inside and so well appointed. Like I said, I cannot wait for that. So soft opening will be going on, we think sometime in the spring, but please keep tabs on all of these social media pages and stuff for updates, because we also talked about bringing back a town hall meeting, not just for the VA, but for all veterans. Obviously, there's so much going on for our veterans at any one given time. We thought we need to maybe start doing an annual town hall meeting for all the things that we have going on for our veterans. So that'll be in the works as well.
All right. We will look forward to your future visit, Christina. I know that this is probably getting easier, I hope, for you and your representatives, because we really crave the information. It's so important to know how many people are collaborating and working on these projects. Those town hall meetings will help identify future issues, because we're not here to sit and tell the community what the issues are. We want to hear from the community about what the issues and concerns are. And then the last thing I'll mention is just this place of honor and memory and rest. At the end of life, we are going to have a beautiful it's a national veterans cemetery here.
Absolutely.
Next year, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on for 2026, and they're all very positive things and things that I think we've deserved, quite frankly, with such a high military presence that we have here and such respect that we have for the veterans here. So that, I think, we'll talk about when we have a little bit more details. Details are coming piece by piece, but you don't want to rush this because it's so meaningful. We want to make sure we do it right. So you'll probably hear about that more as well spring of next year when we get closer to getting the clinic going.
Thank you, Christina. Christina Bradford has been our guest today. She's explaining all the various events and opportunities, the collaboration, and of course, lifting up veterans who you can't find a more resilient person than someone who has served the ups, the downs, the highs, and the lows, certainly, and the love and appreciation that they have for the lives, their lives, and the lives that were given, because they honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Christina, we appreciate you, and we will look forward to our next visit.
Thank you so much, Lori.
Thank you, listeners, for joining us for today's Elko Live here on KELK.